Hello and a very warm welcome to my life. My name is Julie-Sian and I'm coming to you live from the UK. It's just after 6 o'clock on, where are we? Thursday the 5th October 2023. Welcome to my live. Today is Thoughtful and Thankful Tarot Thursday. So yes, it's always Thoughtful and Thankful Thursday, but I've also started, this is the second week where I'm going to be concentrating on tarot on a Thursday. Like Tuesday is Reiki Teddy Tuesday, Wednesdays is always Fairy Wednesday, and Thursday I'm going to try and do tarot on a Friday. So on a Thursday. So I thought I'd try and talk about the tarot, explain what it's all about, and etc, etc. And so we're thinking and we're thankful for the tarot. We're thankful for the oracle cards, thankful for the guidance that we can look for that is around us. And we're thankful for Thursday. I'm thankful for my health. As you can probably hear, I'm still not 100% better, but I'm thankful that my throat is no longer sore. Yay! So I'm thankful about that. I have been thoughtful about wondering why I've got this cold. Usually, having a cold in the head usually means that there's a lot going on, and there is quite a lot going on in my life at the moment. A lot of changes, a lot of transition going on, and I also thoughtful about is, as some of you may or may not know, I am a nail biter, or have been a nail biter, and I'm now sort of working my way through that. Nail biting is a form of self-harm, and it's in spite of yourself. And I've noticed that just recently, in the last 48 hours, I've been having a go at my nails again. And I always wonder, I always thinking whenever I do, and I always find that my nail biting is associated to my own self-sabotage. So this is where, I'm thoughtful, I'm thinking about where it is self-sabotage, because I am trying to step into a new way of changing, a new way of movement and stuff like this. And then it's the nail biting attacks myself. It's like, no, you've got to stay back in this, who do you think you are? And self-sabotage, sort of like shining my light, and then suddenly wham bang, it's, doesn't happen. And it's like, self-harm. It is a form of self-harm. And it's been horrific for the last 48 hours. It's been really bad, mainly picking. Sounds awful, not picking the nails, picking the nails. I'm really attacking them, and I find that, and I was thinking about, I don't evening or evening, well, my throat is a lot better. My cold is all up here, bunged, and it's like, and I still ache all over. And confession, I've deviated a little bit. This morning, my daughter has gone away for a 2-day business trip, and she needed to be, had to be at work at 7 o'clock this morning to be able to go off. I've been stalking, waiting for you. Yeah, I was a couple of minutes late because I was trying to finish off the editing for tomorrow's card, which is great. I love the number. And so I was up about 6:15 this morning. I know, shock horror. I did drop her off. I was in my gym jams, hoping and praying that we didn't break down, because I was in my gym jams, and I literally thought, because I thought she had a big suitcase to cope with her clothes and business stuff and stuff like that, and so she had to be at a certain place at 7 o'clock this morning. So I said, I'll drop you off, you should be fine. So I came back, had a quick cup of tea, and then I went back to bed. And then I've been in bed until about, I think it was about 3:30 this afternoon. I've just been sleeping and stuff. And you know what? Yes, I have the advantage that I do work from home, and I have the advantage of this. But you know what? Sometimes you have to listen to your body. Sometimes, and it needed the sleep. Yes, I know I was up early, but I was thinking, well, I'm up early and I can do all this, that and the other. And do you know what? I've had that cup of tea and I just thought, no, I'm feeling really rubbish. Really, really rubbish. So it's like, you know what, I actually listened to my body, because I knew that, because I felt rubbish, that trying to do anything, I would not be putting my 100% in it. There'd be no way, when I'm not 100% well, even if you're 90% well, the energy I'm going to be putting into everything is not going to be there. It's going to be a low energy, be an energy full of illness, of energy of, lack of mojo and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I could easily have done it, but I just knew that the quality of the reading, the quality of the work I would have done today would not have been there. And in the end, I probably would have done it all over again. So I took the decision, no, it's silly to force myself through. I've got to listen to my body. So I actually went back to bed. And like I said, been there most of the day. But I'm really glad I've done it, because I am feeling so much better. And I think if I'd pushed through today, I would have still had fallen asleep this afternoon, and then I wouldn't have been well enough to do this live now. And sometimes, you know what? It's okay to take time out. It's okay to listen to your body and to do your own healing. And like I said, Thoughtful and Thankful Thursday, I'm thinking, why have I got this cold? Well, I've been doing a lot at the moment, trying to get a lot done. There's still a lot of things I haven't done. Okay, it's Thursday. I haven't done the reading for the month of October yet. Doesn't matter. It's Thursday. I haven't done the reading for the week ahead this week. Well, I ain't going to do it because it's Thursday now. And it's just like, does it really matter? No, because if other people really want to know what's going on, there are lots of other places where you can find out information. And also, beautiful people that you are, do join me Mondays to Fridays when you're able to. So you do get a card for the day. So it's just like, let's thinking about it. I've got to think about my own health, because you can't keep filling from an empty cup, as our beautiful Lavender Moon says, and it's not selfish to be self-fulfilling. And as I said, the quality of work that I would have done at like 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning would have been absolutely rubbish. It just would not have been good enough. I would not have been operating at my optimum potential. My focus wasn't there. My head was banging, my body was banging, and all that I was thinking was, ugh, and that would have overwhelmed, and that low energy would have seeped into all the other work I would have done. So it's just like, no, I need to do that. I'll go on a go slow week, so going with the flow. Absolutely. And this is what this week is, all on a go flow. I mean, some people would have said, and I'm just thinking, oh, please, didn't I manage it? Because it's like, on Saturday, I went up a hill on the cable car, so I went up. And then on Sunday, I went down on an abseil, and it's like I was downhill all the way now. No. Wrong attitude. It is. The hard bit is not fighting it and trying not to do too much. Absolutely. And this is what the decision was like. I thought, oh, yeah, I would have, fought my way through. And I suppose if I was doing my 9 to 5 job, I probably would have struggled into work, spreading all my germs, feeling sorry for myself, and then I probably have struggled off and gone, right, I'm going to take 3 or 4 days off. And sometimes it's better to rest for a couple of hours to reboost your energy, because if you're pushing through from a lack of energy, you're going to go really, really down. Number one, you're spreading all your germs, which used to really piss me off, because I used to say to people, I don't want your germs, please don't come in. And these people martyr, well, I've come in and I've got a cold, how come you're taking it off? And I go, yeah, because I'm not a selfish bugger. I don't want to spread my germs. And if I came in, I would not be working at my full potential. And yes, they might go, well, we want, and I went, yeah, but coming in when you're feeling really rough, making yourself even more ill, to the detriment to who? To myself. And I've got to think about myself. And so this week has been, I've done that before, half-assed forced job, and I ended up doing it all. Exactly. And this is what I was thinking, because I thought I'll do this, and then it just goes, no, I'm going to have to redo it. And what a waste of my energy. And instead of, sitting there doing a half-hearted job and then going off and then having to redo it, why not rest and then do the job? So instead of doing the job twice, I'm just going to do that job once to a much better quality. And like I said, I've just done the recording for tomorrow. And guess what? Tomorrow is all about numbers. It's a numerology number. It's a head up. It's a 555 number tomorrow, because tomorrow is a 5 day. 5 is all about change. And this is what it's all about. And remember at the beginning of the week when I said to people, I'm going to get you to commit to doing something this week. Commit to doing something. And my commitment was Reiki Teddy and journals. Not a lot. Well, we did do Reiki Teddy Tuesday, didn't we? So yes, I did do that, Reiki Teddy Tuesday. And last night when I was in bed, I was thinking about creating. So I haven't actually done anything about it. Well, I have, because I thought last night I might create a PDF on journals, why we journal, what is the thing about that. So I was lying in bed last night, went to bed quite early because we had to be up I was choosing to be up early. It was my choice to offer to get my daughter. And when I saw the size of her bag, I went, no way was she going to be able to carry that to work. And she didn't want to leave her car outside work for 48 hours, especially where her place of work is. Yeah. So I kindness, and that's what we mums do. I said, no, I'll drop you down. But I did say to her, I will be in my gym jams, thinking, please don't pull me over. I did have it's my Minnie Mouse PJs I had on. From the top, I looked decent because I had a nice jumper on, but underneath, and I was wearing shoes. I wasn't wearing slippers. So yeah, my next time, if it was better, I would have done it more thoughtfully and less hassle. Exactly, yeah. So taking time out, and it's just as important to look after your health. Yes, you've got to go to work, you've got to earn money, but if you're not well and you're going to deteriorate, what is the quality of work? You're not doing yourself any good, and you're not doing your business or your employer any good. And at the end of the day, they could just get rid of you anyway. And it's like, why? And I look at these things and people go, I worked hours and hours. I used to put overtime in, get no thanks. And then you get the kick up the, stab in the back. And it's like, fuck you. Excuse my French. Not worth it. And it really isn't. And it's like I said, my quality of work, I want to be at my optimum. So today, and I'm feeling, actually, to be truthful, I am feeling so much better now this afternoon than I did this morning. So I did the right thing. I did do the right thing. And other people go, what do you mean? You slept the day away? Well, I was ill. And I did that. But like I said last night, I was thinking, right, my journaling PDF, so people will understand about that. So I did sort of think about it, so I know what I'm going to write. So maybe I will do that journaling. So can't keep pouring from an empty cup. Absolutely. And this has given me a chance to rethink. And as I said, tomorrow is all about numbers. A head up for tomorrow, for the number tomorrow. So, and I've been thinking, but like I said, going back to, me self-sabotaging my nails, and I was thinking, why am I doing this? And it is a pattern. I've got to break this pattern. As soon as I start thinking I'm going to do this, and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, I'm moving on to something else. There goes my nails. Now, the definition of biting your nails, etc., is spite of the parents, spite of yourself, spite of things, and of course, you want nice nails and look good, and therefore I harm them because, I don't think I'm worthy, blah, blah, blah. I've got a lot of work to do on myself. But it's like, it's a natural thing. I get my nails nice as I'm working things, and then it's like, no, that's it, we're going to attack, so it's like, that's what's happened. But it was like becoming aware last night. So then I kept trying to say to myself, I'm choosing not to do my nails, choosing not to bite my nails, actually it was more picking and attacking them, really attack them. But and then it was like, no, thoughtful. Why am I doing this? Why am I self-sabotaging myself? What is it behind myself? And I need to break this habit. And what it was, I had this great plan of I'm going to do this and step into this, boom, 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 boom. And then what's happened? Self-sabotage. And yeah, it's a cycle, and a lot of people do this because you're stepping out of change, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So it's like, no, Julie in the past, she's a nail biter, Julie in the past is this, Julie, and it's like, no, I'm Julie-Sian, I'm the manifesting mental queen, I'm the award-winning intuitive reader, blah, 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 blah. And then it's all, sort of things like that. And it's almost like my self-sabotage to keep myself down to here it is. And it's like, yes, you know what? And because there's so much I want to be doing, this is what happens when you get a cold. A cold means, this is, as you know, I'm a great Louise Hay believer, where it's like self-sabotage. And the cold represents that there's so much going on that it's like, and it's control your head, I've got to do this, got to do that. And it's like, yeah, I've got to do all this change, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So that's what that's all about. So I've been thinking and stuff like that. And thinking, should I do this? And then it's like, no, that word should is a swear word. Do you know how many of you have actually said to yourselves, excuse me, I'm just going to slurp the tea. You're doing something like you're watching the telly, and then you say to yourself, I should be doing the ironing, I should be washing up, I should be going for a walk, but I'm doing this. But no, because that's where it says is the guilt comes in, the word should, because you're guilting yourself. Maybe you need to just sit in front of that telly for an hour and just chill and relax because you've had a shitful day and you just needed to chill. And yes, you got the washing up to do. Yes, you got the ironing to do. You got to do this and that. But you know what? Don't say I should not be doing that, because you have chosen to rest for an hour, to recharge your batteries. You have chosen that. I do that, then achieve nothing. I used to pinch my skin when my OCD. Oh, yeah. And I think this is what it is. It's my anxiety. It's the, because, oh God, I was a horrific nail biter at school. And was I bullied and anxious? I used to get these horrific stomach pains. I'd be doubled up. They used to, I used to get myself to, and the reason why I do it is looking back, because school life was horrific for me. I hated it. Bullied and lonely child, etc. And I don't want sympathy. I had to go through it. And my safe haven was the first aid room. And so I'd have these horrific stomach pains, so I'd have to go to the first aid room, and in the first aid room there was a nurse, and it was quiet, it wasn't surrounded by these other people there, weren't picking on me, and it was my safe haven. And then Mum would come and pick me up, and it was horrific. And I wish I was at school with you, Sally. We'd have been great. We'd have had friends, then we would have had a friend, and then life wouldn't have been so shit, wouldn't it? But yeah, it was horrific, absolutely horrific. And I would never go back to school. And I remember one year, I hadn't been out of school for, I think, a few years. I think it was, I must have been 21, and they wanted to do a school reunion. And my mum said, "Hey, Julie," she said, "there's a school reunion and they're looking for you." They'd put a note up in the local newspaper to say that they're wanting to do a school reunion and they were looking for so-and-so's names. And she goes, "And your name has been mentioned." And I told them, I said, "I'm not going to go there. Fuck that. Why do I want to go and meet up with these people again who are so spiteful and horrible and bitchful and stuff?" It would have been so much different, wouldn't it, Sally? I think it would have been, having a friend. And I said, why do I want to go back there? It was like my anxiety level, just the thought of going to the school. It was so, yes, I have got long anxious hair and I'm so unhappy. I wouldn't go either. And I refused to go. So Mum said, "Well, do you?" And I went, "No, I refuse." And I said, "I'm not going to reach out to them." So Mum said, "Well, I tell you what," she said, "on your behalf," because they were, she goes, "I will put a mention out to say that they noticed, because they were saying, please, and they kept putting this out like every other, and my name kept appearing nearly every week, still trying to get hold of me." And Mum said, "Your name's..." So I said, "Well, I'm not going to reach out and tell them." So Mum said, "I'll tell you what, I'll do it for you." Because she said it was like they kept saying, "Oh, there's this reunion and we're looking for these people, and if you know anyone." Of course, I moved away from the area. I'd moved away. I didn't want anything to do with school. So Mum said, "Look, I'll tell you what, I'll just contact them to say that you're contacting on behalf of my, and that they have no things, and that I would not be going, because I've moved away, I moved on my life, it was some sort of thing, and that have made, but I would not be attending the reunion." So she did that for me, because I said, I don't want anything to do with them. I don't even want to message them to say, I didn't want anything to do with these people at all, because that was my past life. You'll miss school once you've left. I've never used the phrase. Apparently I was called into the booty move to Scotland. Yeah, so it was just like, no, I didn't even want to touch, because that was part of my life. It was done and dusted. I had moved on. I had actually moved on, and I had then got some amazing friends. I'd moved up into Roadtract, and I'd moved away from Hemel. I bought my own home, and I was, and life had moved on, and it was at that time so much better. And it was like, no, I don't want anything to do with that past life, because I've been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, and why should I go back to a place? I would have just stood there, no one I wanted to meet, no friends. And I thought, why? Because I've been so often there at school, being a wallflower, being bullied and stuff. Why would I want to put myself into that situation where it was absolute pure hell? And so I said, "No, I'm not going, Mum." So Mum said, "Well, they keep trying to reach out to you." So Mum said to me, bless her, she goes, "I will contact them to say that I had got the message and that I was no longer living in the area, and I would be unable to attend the reunion." And so she did that for me, bless her cotton socks, and that stopped all the communication. It just was like, okay, no more communication. It was just to stop it, because they went, "That's in the past. It's in the past. It's done. It's dusted. I'm not going to go back there." But yeah, I still, oh God, it was horrific. And yeah, I've never used the phone, you'll miss school. No, I never mean it was the best thing ever. Couldn't wait to leave. I left school, it was meant to stay on. Oh, bang, crash, wallop. We have a ghost. Ghost of school. Bang, crash, wallop. Goodness knows what that was. Something went in the kitchen. And I'm on my own in the flat, so yeah, that's a bit scary. But no. So yeah. And so I actually left school and I went to college at 16. And yeah, so I moved on, didn't go there. Hi Colin, hi everybody else. But yeah, and it's like thoughtful, and I very rarely think about it, but that time at school, my nails were so bad. I was biting them, they would be bleeding, they would be, horrific because of the anxiety. And like I said, I was having these stomach aches and things like that. Yeah, there's a ghost somewhere. I'm going ghost hunting on Saturday actually. So I don't know what that was. I'm curious, but it was like something's fallen. Probably the lid of the bin. The lid of the bin. That's probably what that was. The lid of the bin. Yeah. Thinking about what that noise was. So yeah, spirits wanting tea. Yes, they are. Well, I've got last night's curry. We had a curry, and they've ordered enough for my tea tonight because I'm on my own. I'm celebrating. Yeah, party in the flat tonight. So yeah, so I was thinking. So, and I'm looking back to all the times when I remember. On my honeymoon, leading up to my honeymoon, I stopped biting my nails because I wanted nice nails for my wedding ring and things. And on the flight back, and there's on the flight back from America, we were heading across the Atlantic and we were heading towards Ireland and stuff. Suddenly, and this is scary, the plane filled up with smoke. Yes, so we had to do an emergency landing. So we were smoke. Not good when you're in an aeroplane a few thousand feet above the Atlantic heading back to England. And I think something went wrong in the kitchen area of the plane, and it was like filled up with smoke, and it's like, oh my god, so I started biting my nails then. I think that's quite reasonable. The anxiety level went boom when you're on a plane a few thousand feet up and it fills up with smoke. Shite. I thought this is a great way of yeah sort of thing. So we had to do an emergency landing in Ireland. So yeah, good old Ireland. Took us all off the plane, left us there because because of and things like that. And then eventually, they had to get another plane over. And then we carried on with our flight back to Gatwick or Heathrow or wherever it was. So yeah, so I started by reasonable. A lot of people were anxious. I think we're most anxious. I mean, who would not be anxious if you're sitting in a plane and it feels like most people would be shitting themselves. So yeah, but I think goes straight away. It's nail bite. I need to talk to Colin because this is I need Colin. I need another session because it's join my live. No. Whatever. So I'm thoughtful about I'm in a place that I've got this. I'm thankful that I was able to chill and look after myself to the highest level. And like I said, yeah, I don't care what anyone says. That what do you mean you slept the day away? Well, I was ill all day. I wouldn't, it was either sleeping on the bed or sleeping on the couch because I think and I was listening to my body. Why push through? To whose detriment? To no one but my own. And this is where it goes, if my health is important. So that's thoughtful and thankful Thursday. So does anyone else have a? So I'm thankful that I have got this two fingers up at people. If I'm not feeling well, I'm thankful that my job that enables me. I'm not stuck to the 9 to 5. I'm not stuck to the control of a manager dictating to me what hours you can do, when you can take. Going to be earned, and if you do overtime, if you don't do it, you're in trouble, but we don't pay for you, etc. like that. I'm so thankful that I've got out of a lot going on that I'm sort of going through change and things like that, and this is why I'm sort of nail biting as well. Hello Suzanne. I've been thinking about it, but like I said last night, even though I committed and I'm going to do something about journals, I have sort of in my mind, should I do this PDF on journal? No, I haven't physically done black and white with the journal side. I am coming, and I've still got till Monday, and I've still got tomorrow, and most of I'm not going bell ring. I'm not going ghost hunting until about 7:30, 8 o'clock Saturday night. All day at a palace on a needlework course. So not a needlework course. There's an exhibition. We went last year. It was really good. So yes, I've got tomorrow, and I can work on it tomorrow. So then when I come on Monday, because you're my accountability buddies, yeah, what's going to do? Still got plenty of time. That's okay. So that's Thoughtful and Thankful Thursday. So what are we all thoughtful about and thankful for? So now let's talk about tarot. Tarot is a form of an oracle card. Now I've talked about tarot. It's an oracle card. You go there for guidance, and it's a set form of guidance. There's 78 cards, and the 78 cards is split into two, into the major arcana, and which I've talked about. The major arcana cards is like talking about major events in your life, like birth, changing of things, marriage, school, and things like that. That's what your major thing. And when I try and explain the difference, a major arcana is like, I'm going to get married, and the minor arcana, which is split into four, is split into your emotions, into your passion, into your earth, you know, your pentacles, your wealth, and your thoughts. And it's how that works out there. And also it's split into the court cards, which is your page, knight, king, and queen. But it's a form of oracle. You go there for information. It gives you guidance, and that's what oracle cards are. They're all cards are an oracle cards. You're going there for guidance. Now the thing is, like I said, the tarot cards, it's a set design. Okay, there's 78 cards. There's the major arcana and there's the minor arcana, and the minor arcana set into four suits. And you got the card numbers 1 to 10, and you got your knight, page, knight, king, queen. Now we've got pentacles, you've got your cups, your swords, your staves, or like I use Radley Valentine's, which is earth, air, fire, water. I may or may not be doing reading today. If I do, I'll be using the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine. You definitely need to be over 18. I'm not doing this for anyone under 18. You need parental consent. Not allowed to give legal, medical, or financial advice or pregnancy advice in its classes, entertainment purposes only. If you choose to use it for any other reason apart from entertainment, it's nothing down to me. That's down to your choice, not down to me. I have done my disclaimer, so Facebook people, you can disappear. Facebook police. I am illegal. I have do this. I know sometimes when I have my clients like Sally, I don't always give that disclaimer, but I've done it so many times that I think people who come for readings with me now know my disclaimer, but I've done it. So as I said, oracle cards, the only thing about oracle cards is the theme. So it could be angel oracle cards, it could be fairy oracle cards, it could be animal fairy cards. The deck that I'm using tomorrow is all on numbers. So the getting messages from the numerology divination cards. Love this deck. I got it free from which magazine? I don't know. Soul and Spirit. This came with a Soul and Spirit magazine. I haven't bought that magazine for ages, but it's so expensive. Sometimes I buy it when it's got a free deck. Yeah, I've got some great free decks from it. So that's the deck I'm using tomorrow. But it's an oracle card, but it's designed on numbers. Like I said, I've got decks all on Archangel Michael, messages all from Archangel Michael. I've got another deck that's all messages from Archangel Raphael. I've got decks on animals, I've got decks on Native American insights, I've got decks on fairies, I've got decks on dragons. Of course I've got a deck on dragon. Of course I've got a deck on dragon. Of course I have. But that's all it is. The oracle card itself is giving information. Now it could be 28 cards, 44 cards, 48 cards, 100 cards. Oracle cards, I've not looked for it for a long time. So it's like, as long as the theme is to the title, but there could be any number. But with tarot, it is still an oracle card. You're still going there for information. You're still going there for guidance. But it's just a form. And people go, oh, but it's mystical. Well, the reason why it's classed as mystical and things is because it's like people like to be in control. Oh, no one can do a tarot unless you're a gypsy and you're the seventh daughter of a seventh daughter or the seventh son of a seventh son and blah, blah, bullshit to that. Absolute bullshit to that. All it is just trying to make it mystical, trying to make it difficult. And reading the tarot, people go, oh my God, there's 78 cards. How am I ever going to remember it? Well, when you look at the major arcana, it is the story of your life. You know, the Fool, that's you setting out. The Magician, they're giving you all the knowledge and wisdom. When you're first born, you've got it all, but then you disappear. Then you've got the Priestess. Then you've got the Empress, which is the mother, she gives birth to you. You've got the Emperor, that's the next one. It's the father figure. Then you've got the Hierophant, which is just teachers. Well, you go to school, don't you? Then you've got the Lovers. Well, the Lovers is when you go to school and you're a teenager and you learn to fall in love with your pop star, you fall in love with a teacher, you fall in love with someone, you know, it's all that. And when you look at it, the major things, it's part of it. And then you've got like when I grow up, and then I've got the Death card. Well, the Death card is a transformation because you're going from school to a teenager to the 20s, and you're going from this stage there. The Tower is like you're breaking down the illusion. You've got the stars, the sun, and you've got and it's the story of your life. And when you suddenly realise that's what the major arcana is, and then you look at the so it's like, well, okay, that's all it is, nothing to be scared of. And then you go, well, what about all the other cards? And it's just like, well, it just splits into 4. And like I said, numerology, all you've got to do, how to read the tarot in 4 easy steps. With the ordinary cards, like the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords and the Staves, all you've got to remember is Pentacles, that's all to do with your money, your earth. So it's like anything when you see a Pentacle card, or like this one, it's got the earth, it's all about your material needs. When you see something which is a Cups is all filled with water. Water is all about your emotions. So anything when you see a cup, it's all about your emotions. When you see a Stave, that's about your passion. How passionate are you? Do you need to deviate off your passion? And then with your that's Swords. Swords is all about your thoughts, the way you think, how you go in. So when you just suddenly think, right, that's all I've got to remember. It's about my money or my life, how my emotions, my thinking and my passion. And then you think, right, how do I learn things? Well, all you need to do, the first of Pentacles, one is all about the starting off, the journey. Exciting. So if you know what number 1 means, it's like number 1 so you only need to learn the number 1 meaning. That's the starting off, the beginning. So the first of Earth, I'm starting off on my financial worth. Number 1, with your Swords, I'm thinking about my thoughts. I'm starting off a new thought. My emotions, I'm really excited about the emotions. Yes, it's a journey. And my passion, yeah, I'm really passionate. So it's 1. What does the number 2 mean? Well, it's coming together of an ideas. Yes, I'm taking the step. So when you learn the numbers 1 to 10, because most people are like, no, number 9, you're nearly there, 10 is there. 5, it means change, you know. So whenever you see the 5 of Earth, change in your material needs, change in your heart, change in Swords, changing my way of thinking, my emotions. I need to change things the way I emotionally think, because if I'm going in with a sad way, I'm going to perceive things sad. If I look at things in excitement. So this is when you look at the numbers. So if you learn about the number meaning and then you apply it to that, and then you're thinking, what about the page? Well, then again, you've got a page, your knight, your king and queen. Well, a page, we most know people are pages. If you know your King Arthur and the Round Table, most people know. It's not. I've not looked for it for a long time. Oh, Soul Spirit. Yeah, sorry, Soul and Spirit. Yeah, the magazine. Well, it's cost a fortune. God knows how much Soul Spirit. So when you look at the page, most people know that pages. If you know your King Arthur and the Round Table, pages are young lads who are learning, and they're learning to become a knight. So when you see the page, it means that's who you are. You need to be the characteristic. You're learning, you're starting off on your journey, or you're going to be meeting someone who is new, who is ignorant, and starting on their wealth journey, or starting on their new way of thinking. They're starting with their passion or their emotion. That's what the page is. So when you see your page, it's like, oh, it's starting off a journey. That's who it is. You're a new person. You're either school kids or you're a teenager. When you see the knight, the knight charges off into battle. The knight is all about passion, about action. The knight is all about action. You know, it's the king who sends the knight into the battle. The king doesn't go into battle. Oh no, he's too wise about that, because he knows if he goes into battle he'll die and get killed. I know, I send in these young knights who've been out of university. So a knight, I always say, is someone who's like 21, who's been to university, who knows it all. They know it all. You know, good old knights. And I know it all. I'm going to charge in, and I can do this. I can tell you what to do, and blah, blah, blah. That's the knight. And he's either knight charging off on his business, or he's charging off with his emotions, or he's charging off with his ideas, and so on and so forth. So that's all knight. Then you've got the queen. The queen she's wise because she's the mother figure. She is a nurturing, she is a carer. You know, she's the mother, the queen. She gives birth to people. She nurtures people. She's kind, she's generous. And she's generous with her money. She's generous, or she's understanding when you're feeling emotional, or she's supportive with your ideas, or go, that's a stupid idea. Whatever. And of course the king, and of course she takes counsel of her own because she's the queen, and she listens to the guidance around her, and then she can make her informed choice. She's nurturing. But then of course we've got the king. The king is the masculine energy. Queen is the feminine energy, nurturing. And then you've got the king, who is the actioner, because masculine energy, I am being masculine because I am talking. You are all being feminine, even you, Colin, because you are listening. That is what it is. It's nothing to do with trans people. It's nothing to be that. But that's the energy of a feminine. You're listening. You're being feminine because you're receiving the information. I'm being masculine. I'm talking. I'm excelling my information. So that's what it is. It's masculine and feminine. And that's what the king is. So whenever you see a king, it means that like he knows his knowledge. He's well enough to know to take advice from his counsellor. So he will talk to the accountant. He will talk to the lawyer. He will talk to doctors. And then when he's talked to that, he can then make the informed choice, and he takes action. So when you see a king, it's like he's the king of pentacles, he's the king of cups, he's in charge of his emotions, and he knows not to go in feeling angry, or he knows blah blah blah. So that's what the tarot is all about. So it's like when you suddenly break it down, so you know, it's like, oh, I've got to remember all these 4 things. No, you don't. A king is an action, he's knowledge. And then you just got to know, and you just apply it. And so that's breaking it down, making it really, really simple. How to do the tarot in 10 minutes. There you go. Does that make sense? Now, of course, with different texts, you know, I've got the angel deck. I've also got Radley Valentine's fairy tarot deck, and there he calls it spring, summer, autumn, winter, not earth, air, fire, spirit. Why spring, summer, autumn, winter? Well, that's the fairies. The fairies work with Mother Nature, hence why it's spring, summer, autumn, winter. See, when you think about it, it's like, oh, we understand that. Okay, so that's how you do it. And so is there any questions on the tarot? Does that make sense to you? And when you then go deeper, right, if you get the Rider-Waite pack, a Rider-Waite deck, when you look at the images, look at the symbols, you know, is there, what colour is it? So if you know, like this card, the Knight of Earth. Now the definition is this on my YouTube channel, Julie-Sian 777. There is the card for the day, and it's all talk about the knight, loyal, dedicated, honourable, kind. Well, that is what Earth is all about. You know, Mother Earth is loyal to us, dedicated in creating a wealth. He is honourable, but he is kind. And we were talking yesterday, kindness, and it says time to buckle down and get things done. Yeah, the knight, he charges off and he gets things done. He goes into battles, he gets the battle done, he gets this done. I'm going to bring in an abundance of money, because the earth is all about money. So he's like, I'm buckling down to earn my living. I've been to university, now I'm going to apply my university degree. Honour your commitments. Yeah, I've decided this is what I want to do. I want to go for this goal. I want to write a book. I want to create a journal. I want to be a tarot reader. I want to be an accountant. And it's like, yeah, my commitment is to my focus, my goal. I'm committing to my dreams, because he's on his horse, and he knows where he's going. He's going straight for the horizon, and I'm committed to that journey, and off I go. That's what the knight is. He's on his horse, off he goes. A guardian angel. Yeah, he's protecting you. The Mother Earth, this is all about that. Mother Earth, she's protecting you. The universe, they give you everything you need. But then you look at this, and then you can start using the symbols. What colour drops out at you? Now, one person may see this, and they may go, oh, I see the trees. Well, they're rooted into where they want to go. Someone else says, oh, I can see the violet, the spiritual journey I'm on. Someone else can see the mountain there. Oh, I've got a mountain to climb, but when I get to the top, I'm going to be so proud. There's the flowers. I'm blossoming into my best. What other animals there? Just say, I've got to take my glasses off. Well, there's only a horse. So if you're going, well, I'm actually drawn to the horse. Actually, there's a image. I can't see what the image is around the. I'm actually drawn to his halter. Now, to me, I'm just going to draw this. If you look at the halter around the horse's neck, and that thing at the bottom is around his heart. Now, you know why men wear ties? Do you know why men wear ties? It's because they're chaining you round your throat, so you can't speak your truth. You go to work and you're being told what to do at work. Your manager and your manager's manager tells you what to do. This is how you do your job. And don't speak, you just do your thing. And this is what the tie is. You know, it's the noose around your neck. You're noosed around to your job. And this is like, you know, the horse is got the noose, and I'm just going, why are you tied to yourself? Why are you tying yourself to your heart? Why is it there? And I noticed to me, it's blue. Blue, it's like, are you expressing your voice? Are you using excuses? What excuses are you telling yourself from stopping yourself? Because you can say, well, that horse is standing still. It's not a movement horse. Now, if you see the horse of fire, that image of the horse is movement. So why are you holding yourself back? This is how I can read this card. So someone says to me, well, I'm actually drawn to that image, blah, blah, blah. And that's how you do it. Oh, it's like school uniform, a form of control. Absolutely, form of control. Absolutely, that's what it is. And it's like the knight is holding back the horse, stopping the horse from moving forward. Why has he got this self-doubt? Does he not think he's worthy of an abundance? Does he not think he's got the confidence? You know, maybe this is a knight who's just immediately out of university and he's suddenly hit with the overwhelming, oh my God, life. Oh my God, I've got to be an adult now. Oh my God, I've got to take responsibility. I'm really ready for that responsibility. I want to be, you know, today, I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a kid today. I don't want to be an adult. I want my mummy to look after me because I'm not very well. I don't want to be an adult. Fuck that being an adult. Oh, it's a no. But that's what it is. It's holding. But then you go, well, hang on, knight. Accept that actually you are in control because you're holding the horse, and it's down to you. If you release the reins and just go giddy up, the horse will go. You can do it because there's an abundance, because he's moving out of the darkness of the shade of the valley into a green abundance. So depending on how you read that card, and this is where it is, it's like, oh, I had too much to learn. But most people know, you know, do you understand what a colour red looks to you? Red, danger or fire? You know, green, heart, abundance. You know, what do these different colours mean to you? And everyone, you know, yellow, sunshine, or, you know, primrose yellow, spring, it's the start of things. So, surprisingly, when you start looking at the symbols of things in here, you go, what does the oak tree mean? What does the willow tree mean? What does a mountain mean? What does, you know, and you've all got your own meaning. To me, those leaves at the top look like autumn leaves. They're about to fall. So you're leaving behind the old thoughts and you're stepping into the new growth of the new green here. So you're leaving behind the autumn. So you're releasing all the negative, releasing the old leaves that are no longer serving you, and you're going into the spring-like flowers. I know. We're all going to read this completely different, because someone will say, well, what do those flowers there? Well, some people will go, they're wild roses. Someone else could say they're daisies. Someone else could say to me they look like wild roses, whatever. But someone else will go, well, that rose looks like this, or that white flower reminds me of a white lily. That white flower and you've all got your thing, and then you can interpret and get the messages. And that's how the tarot is built up. In the tarot there are lots of signs and symbols. You know, you've got the zodiac signs there, you know, Aries, Earth, you know, Aries, Taurus, you know, etc., etc. So much symbolism is in there. So that is how you read. And like I said, Knight of Earth, anyone who doesn't know, that is all about pentacles. And brief explanation. Yeah, the tie. you know, you're tying yourself, it's choking you. I'm choked, I've got the chained to my desk. Yeah, we've got this tie, we're chaining you. You're not allowed to think for yourself, because if you think for yourself, you suddenly think, why am I doing this shit? Whose benefit? It's not my benefit, it's not my, the only reason I'm here basically is to earn money, to pay for my life. But I'm spending all my life here working for you, and you're dictating to me what to do. Is that what you want to do? But then you think there's no way out of it. But it's like, no, there is. Release that knot. Release that noose around your neck. But I didn't know that when I was growing up. I was taught one way, and then as I got older, and then I got my eyes, and I've been down a few rabbit holes, and I suddenly realised, whoa-wee, there's more to life, and it's an illusion. Okay, who wants a card? Who wants a card for the day? We've got Lavender Moon, and we've got Sally here. So I'll do Lavender Moon, and then I'll do Sally. Excuse me, Lavender Moon. Just a... Oh, I've got cold teeth. That's all right. Okay, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon, Lavender Moon. Let's do a tarot. Oh, shade for that. So Lavender Moon has King of Air. King of Air, like I said, is the actioner and thinking. He's brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Yeah, he's diplomatic with his thinking. You know, I've got to be careful what I say in case I upset someone. This is what we are at the moment. Now I've got to shift my arse. I'm just going to shift my arse into gear. No, you're not late. You're just at the right time. The right time for yourself. So King of Air. Air is all about your thinking. You are allowed to think what you want. Okay? And this is like, you know what? I'm thinking, sod you lot. If you don't like it, that's your problem. This is my life. What else does it say? Speak your mind with confidence. Absolutely, you're stepping into confidence. Seek out professional advice. Yep, so if you want a professional reading, go and find someone. If you need some advice somewhere, go and speak to someone advice. You know, you've got an illness, go and speak to a doctor. Want a legal advice? Go and speak to a lawyer. You want to buy a house? Go to an estate agent. I don't know. But, you know, speak to someone who's got the knowledge there. The knowledge is your thoughts. And we can't be knowledgeable everything, and every day is a learning. We will never ever learn everything. There's no way, because I don't know anything about law, because I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I don't know everything about selling houses because I'm not an estate agent. I do know about tarot, and unless there's an estate agent who does tarot, he comes to me for guidance because I want to know about the tarot. If I want to buy a house, I go to an estate agent. You go for the advice. Okay. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Yeah. Your air, your thoughts. Balance your emotional thinking, because your emotions will affect the way you think. If you're feeling happy, you will go into a situation feeling happy and you will look for the happiness. If you are thinking sad, you will be thinking and reacting in a sad way. If you're jealous, angry, etc. like that. Balance your thoughts and then you'll be fine. So this is it. And it says the king. Yeah, be the master of your own thoughts, and you're entitled. And if that's what you think, go for it. And if no one else has the same belief system, don't waste your time trying to convert anyone. You can be blue in your face trying to convert someone. You're never going to convert them. They've got their own thinking. It's the way the same that you can give them your knowledge. You can share the information you've got, but they can then choose to do something with that information or not. And if they choose to go, well, actually, you've now told me that and I still think you're the biggest dickhead around, you go, fine, you're entitled to your opinion, but at least I've given you the information now. Okay, but you can never change anyone's mind, and no matter what you say, you're blue in the face trying to convince them, and it's like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to give you any more of my time. Right, so we've got the beautiful Sally, and we've got Colin. So I'll do Sally and then Colin. So Sally. Oh, excuse me about the cold. Tomorrow, hopefully I'm not one. Sally has balance. Oh, that's interesting, because the other one was balance your emotion and your spiritual thing. Balance, Archangels Sadkiel. And I've just had a message. I need to do that meditation, because Archangel Sadkiel came to me in an absolutely amazing meditation, and he wanted to share me a whole load of knowledge and wisdom, and I never got around to doing it. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Balance, bit of the yin and the yang. Are you doing too much and not enough? Are you still giving your time for other people and whinging and moaning, going, I'm doing all this for them and I'm getting no thanks? Well, You either carry on and just acknowledge that I'm never going to get any thanks, or you know what, it's time that they stood on their own 2 feet. I need my own time back, and it's okay. It's okay. And it's this balance and moderation, you know, how much more time, you know, because you go, oh, I keep giving you, I've given you £100 now, and I've given you, and you're still in debt. You're just feeding into them. You're allowing them to carry on the way they've always done. It's like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to give you any more money. I'm not going to give you any more time. It's time for you to sort your own life out. It's time to stop coming to me as your mum, as your gran, or whatever like that. It's time for you. You're an adult over 18. Time for you to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Time for me to balance, for me to step back. It's time for me to step back and allow you to do your own mistakes, to clean up your own mess. Not for me. You're an adult. Cooperation and compromise. Yeah. Maybe you've got to get other people to compromise to you, or maybe you're too stuck in the mud and thinking it's the my way or no way, my way or no way. It's like, no, you've got to learn to compromise. Why should people always give in to you? Why are we always giving in to other people? You go, no, for fuck's sake. We're always going for a curry on a Friday night. I don't want to do it. And either we do something else, or I ain't coming because I don't like curry. I'm not going to do a curry, you know. I want to do a Chinese. Got to cooperate. I've done a curry for the last 20 years every Friday night, and I've compromised to fit in with you. Maybe it's time for you to compromise. And if you don't like it, I ain't going to turn up on Friday. Oh, it won't be the same. I go, well, fine. But compromise. I've compromised for you. It's time for you to compromise me. Balance, balance, balance. Wait for the perfect timing. Yeah. Balance. The law of polarity. The law of cause and effect. Balance. You've done something. Now you're waiting for the effect. I've said this. Now I'm waiting for the effect. I've committed myself to do my law degree. So then I'm going to do this for the next 4 years. And the effect will be in 4 years' time, I've got my degree. And then I can carry on. Regardless of what people say or whatever like that, cause and effect. Balance. Yes, I've got to do all the exams. Like Colin, I think you're doing exam work. But then, at the end, it's going to give me the qualification, which will give me more chance. So my balance is studying and done like that. So that's your message. Then we've got the beautiful Colin. So I hope that I can take the other message. Yeah, and this is what I say is the other messages. I ask people to stay on and read all the cards, because you may take 50% of this message and someone else may take 50% of this message in the other card. And I find all these cards that I do every night, I resonate with every single one. And it's like, thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Colin has 8 of Earth. You're welcome. 8 of Earth. 8 is the infinite. It's the infinity sign. But there's a sign of study. Keep going. You're not there. You need some more knowledge. Knowledge is wisdom. Knowledge gives you guidance. Knowledge gives you a chance to move forward. Staying put if you don't know anything. But there's an infinite amount there. 8, if you put that on the sign side, it's the infinite sign. And infinity opportunities. If you do a lot more studies, this will then open up an infinite amount of gateways, new opportunities. If you don't do the study, you will stay put. So a bit of work there. Skilled work is rewarded, i.e. you're doing your study, you pass your exams. Wow, what an amazing abundance that you're going to give you. Learning all there is to know and going back to school. Going back to school is going back to the universe. What do I need to learn more about this? Not being arrogant. I know everything. No one will know absolutely everything, because we're learning every day. You can say that, oh, I know everything there is to know. I go, well, do you know about astrology? Do you know about a numerology? Do you know how the heart works? Do you know how the brain works? Do you know how to grow an onion? Do you know how? And they go, well, what? And I go, well, you don't know everything. If you don't know how to plant a field of onions, if you don't know what needs to be done, then you don't know everything. Go and learn it. 8 of Earth. Earth is all the abundance, because having a good solid grounding, but you're not there yet. But you're putting the grounding work in, and then you'll grow from your future. To me, when I look at this, I am looking at the wings, Colin. When I see this picture, the wings to me is big. But if it looks, to me, the wings look like fire, the flames, the passion. To me, that looks like, you know, when you're looking at fire and it looks like, oh, there's red flames and stuff coming up. And it's like the spiritual passion, the passion of your life, and you're taking off. So it's interesting that I am drawn to that. You're going to take off, but you're going to be taking off into what gives you more passion. If it's not passionate, don't do it. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And then we have Jeanette. I think Jeanette's joined us. I think it's Jeanette. Jeanette a bit late. So Jeanette is here. Apart from Jeanette, is there anybody else? Apart from Jeanette, is there anybody else who would like her? True. No, it's just the exams. Thank you. True, it's not just... Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So, you know... Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm just giving a guidance. I don't know everyone's life here. I don't know what's going on in your life. You need to apply that information to your own circumstances. Okay, so I'm just giving suggestions and what I see. I have to give what I take. But you've got to interpret your own self because you're an adult. Oh! I'm going to take this one for Jeanette. And now Jeanette has the 9 of Earth. That's interesting. We had the 8 for Colin. We've got the 9. The next step up. You're taking off. Time to take off. Time to release. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. You have been working on yourself, Jeanette. And now you're taking yourself off into a wonderful new way. Now you're not there yet because this is a 9, not yet a 10. So you're nearly there. So carry on with the work. But if you notice, the size of these flowers are a lot bigger than the size of the other flowers because you are blossoming. You are stepping into your worth. You've done the work. You've started that journey. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Suzanne. Yes, I'll do you a card in 2 seconds. So, Jeanette, you've done all this amazing work. You are blossoming. You are now that butterfly. You are not that caterpillar. You're stepping in your truth. And there is so much abundance there because look at these beautiful flowers, how big they are, how open they are. You're open to new ways of thinking, new ways of walking the talk, your new ways. You're going for it. Yes, you're still a bit scary because there is still a little bit grounded there. And go for it. But the heart is there. The heart of the matter. You learn to love yourself and appreciate yourself. So there you go. Think positive. Choose what you revise thoughtfully. Absolutely. So Suzanne. So let's do Suzanne. Oh, Suzanne is justice. Oh, another 8. Now, when you look at the Rider-Waite card, the justice and strength card are completely different. When the tarot was originally created, justice used to be the 8th card, and strength. In the Rider-Waite, strength is classed as number 8, and justice is classed as number 11. However, the original tarot, it was a justice and then strength. Now, Rider-Waite, for some unknown reason, swapped the card 8 and 11 over. And everyone else then followed like a frigging sheep. Thought that was the right way. That's all right. Have to get animals done before. That's all right. I've just done your card. So this is Suzanne. So the Justice card is the original 8th card. The truth, the infinite amount of justice. The 8, we've got another 8 number, the sign of infinity. And it's like stepping through the pillars of strength itself and cutting through the bullshit and finding the justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. So Suzanne, do I do this? You ask yourself, should I do this? Is this a yes? Feel what it says in your heart. Then ask that same question, should I do this? Is this a no? Feel what it says in your heart. Then hand asks you for, is it a maybe? And feel on your heart what is the truth. Don't try and fit in with other people. And sometimes when we go to court, there is always going to be a winner and a loser in all court cases. In a football match, there's always a winner and a loser. In a, no one, whatever. And it's like the justice is do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. And if no one else is supportive of your beliefs, but you know your belief is right for you, do what feels right for you. Because other people are coming to this from their own, and they've all got their own agenda. And they want to win just as much as you want to win. sometimes compromise, but there's always a winner and a loser. And it's like cutting through the bullshit, but the justice. Stand up for your beliefs. If you feel you are in the right and you've got enough knowledge and you've got enough proof, but even when you're standing up for your and no one else is listening, to go, you know what? I'm going to walk away. I know my truth. And I don't give a F if you don't believe me, because I don't care. I know my truth. Now, if you know your truth and you are telling porcupines, if you know your truth and you're living a life of lies, that's down to you. But if you want to be the truth and go, you know what? I don't like this job. I don't like this relationship. You've got the truth. The truth is, I'm going to walk away. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. I don't really give a fuck if you don't believe me. I know the truth. But if your truth is a lie, that's down to you. But the justice. Don't, and then if you do win, don't gloat. Because we're even coming from the same place. Don't gloat. I know and you don't. I won, you lost. Don't gloat. The justice isn't always right for you. I do this even if it's sometimes not easy with others, yeah. So there's justice. And they go, and justice will come right at the end. But you've got to cut away the bullshit. Stick up for what you believe is right. If no one else believes that, But there's an infinite amount of information there. The 8, one on top of the other. 2 circles, 2 nothings. 2 nothings. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I don't know, whatever is the message, Suzanne. Take it as you are. But it says fair and just decisions. And just because you lose, someone's going to be win in a court case. Someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose. You look at all court cases. There's always a winner. There's always a loser. And if you happen to be on the loser, just got to accept it. And just go, it is what it is. I hate that saying. And do something about it. And if it means walking away and going, okay, fine, do it. You have a new infinite opportunities. That was then. I'm now going to start anew. New from where I am. And if it means moving away from that shite, I'm going to do that. The justice. Because I have to be true to myself. Am I being true to myself? And that's what you've got to ask yourself, Suzanne. Are you being true to yourself? I do this even if it's sometimes not easy with others. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because others have got, it's rattling their and you go and say to them, well, why have you got a problem with it? Why do you, and what is it? Because I had someone who used to say to me, why are you up until 3 or 4 in the morning and then don't get up until 10 at night and 10 in the morning? And I go, how is my life affecting your life? Just because my lifestyle is completely different. And I said, why is it? Is it because you're jealous? You're jealous that I have the freedom of working for myself, working when I want to, working when I don't want to work, going on holiday when I want to, because I'm not restricted to 4 weeks holiday. I'm not restricted, but you're and this is what rubs you up the wrong way. I said, this is why you have a problem. Because I don't have to go to bed at 10 in the morning, because I don't have to get up at 5 the next morning to go to work for a job that you're not happy with. You're choosing that. And this is why when my lifestyle is rubbing up your way, why? Why have you got a problem with it? And they need to look within. And then when you start telling to they don't like it because you're saying, look at your truth. Why do you have a problem with the way I live my life? Because it's jealousy, envious, because they're not happy with their life. And therefore, because I'm leading a happier life, they don't like it because they want everyone else to be like them in the shit and unhappy. So, and it's like, you know what? Be truthful to yourself. Why have you got a problem with it? Look within. Okay, is there anybody else here would like a reading and hasn't had a reading? Okay, that's it. I'm going to finish. So tomorrow is all about numbers. Tomorrow is all about numbers. Oh, ego. I like that. All about numbers. If anyone wants a reading, let me know. If you enjoyed the message, lots of people don't like me because I speak, and that's their problem. That's their problem. And if they got, and just carry on. Don't do it in a spiteful way. Speak your truth, but in a nice way. Be kind and gentle when you speak to their truth. And when you speak your truth, understand that people aren't going to like it. And just go, right, I'm going to speak my truth. But don't do it in a spiteful, egotistic, yeah, I'm speaking my truth. Do it in a nice, kind, gentle way. Maybe this is why you've got the ego come up next. Because it's like, yeah, because when I speak my truth, I've got to accept that it's going to rub you up the wrong way. I speak my truth and I've got to accept that it's going to not resonate with you because it rubbed you. And I've got to be kind and generous to you. Be kind and generous. And just go, yeah, but not in a spiteful, you know. And people don't like me. That's fine. If they don't like what you say, and then it's just like, well, I'm going to step away from you. I don't want you in my life anymore. If I have to block you, even if it's family, step away. Just because they're DNA related to you, step away. Or have little conversation. And if you know speaking the truth is going to rub them up the way, but whatever you say is not going to change them, don't bother having that conversation with them anymore. Go, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Not in a horrible way, but make that decision. You know, speaking my truth is going to upset them. You know what? No matter when I say it's going to still upset them, I'm not going to waste my energy. My energy is mine. I'm not going to waste it on you. So don't have those conversations anymore. All right? And if you know, and yeah, speak your truth. Do it in a nice, kind, generous way. Not in a way that upsets, you know, spiteful. Oh, I know, I'm going to do this. And 2 fingers up at you. That's not nice. Do it in a way that, yeah, my way of loving may be completely different to yours, but it resonates more with me. Do it kindly. And then you will find you'll be switching them around, because as soon as you rub people up the wrong way, you're going to get a barrier. Play them at their own game. And just, and next time you know, and if they don't like the way you're living your life, either don't talk to them about your life because you know it rubs them up the wrong way. Wait until they ask you, but do it in a gentle way. And yes, speak your truth. Be honest, but not honest in a blunt way. You know, there's a way of speaking your truth and there's a way of speaking your truth. You're welcome. Now, if anyone wants a full in-depth reading, you know where I am. I only do full in-depth readings, which are £50 now. So if anything I read tonight and you want to go in deeper, a full in-depth reading is £50. If you're looking for mentoring and guidance rather than just the reading, then you want my Pathfinder reading, which is £75. That is it. Those are the 2 readings I do. Just a pure reading with no other guidance is £50. You're welcome, Suzanne. If you're looking for guidance and mentoring and how to take that information from reading to the next level, then you need a Pathfinder reading. 2 prices, £50 for just a reading, or the Pathfinder reading is £75. Or you can just book a mentoring session, which is £100. So I'm glad it resonates. Thank you for watching, Suzanne. If you want to take that to the next level in how you can do this, book a Pathfinder reading. If you just want a reading to take this further, you know where I am. And that's it, £50 or £75. Choice. Oh, I do numerology readings, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. So thank you everyone for joining tonight. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and share. Thank you for sharing. If you know anyone who may be interested in reading, you know where I am. You see me working. And wishing you an absolutely amazing evening. Thank you everyone who's been sending me healing for the last 2 days. I really appreciate it. As you can see, I'm feeling better. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you all hopefully tomorrow for numbers. So get ready for some numbers tomorrow night. Take care. Namaste. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye.